Welcome back, friends. Pretty soon, things will be heating up. The roads will be full of families, teenagers, and beachgoers, all looking to unthaw. But there are a few things we need to keep in mind before hitting the road. Hollis Wright and Clay Attorney Craig Shirley knows all too well the importance of following the rules of the road. Craig, thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Yes, thanks for having me, Catherine. Yeah, appreciate it.
I think so many of us are so ready for the spring weather. I'm speaking for myself here.
Oh, same, yeah.
Looking at beach vacations, lake vacations, we want to book those. We're excited about them. But so is everyone else, and not everyone is a fantastic driver, as we find out on I-65 and 280
yes.
all the time. So what are some things to remember before we're packing up the kids and before we're hitting the road?
Yeah, so there's just a lot of people on the road, right? And this time of year especially, we start seeing an uptick in car accidents, unfortunately, just given the sheer number of vehicles that we have on the road. You know, you have drivers who are trying to get their plans together. They're looking at their GPS. They're trying to talk to their friends and family of where they're going and may not be paying attention, right? We see a lot of distracted driving this time of year that leads to, unfortunately, injuries for other folks. And so it's especially this time of year to be vigilant, paying attention, make sure that you're doing what you can. And, you know, we can't obviously stop other people from being distracted, but we can take care of ourselves to be vigilant and hopefully mitigate some of that stuff.
And know that, yeah, if you know, at least if you are not as distracted, then you don't have to be the cause of something like this. You can be paying attention when somebody in front of you is swerving weirdly and yeah, doing some stuff that makes you a little bit uncomfortable. We know car accidents happen every 3 minutes.
They do.
In Alabama, that's when they're reported. So it's inevitable that something like this will happen at some point on the road. What's the best thing to do as soon as that does happen?
It's the same thing I tell everybody, right? It's make sure after something happens that you're okay, your passengers are okay, your kids are okay, and then call 911, right? Start documenting what happened, get the emergency medical service teams there, the police officers there, document the scene, and then, you know, start taking pictures, documenting the property damage to the vehicles, talking to the witnesses if there are any, get contact information, get the other driver's insurance information, because then, you know, at some point, you know, we say it to everybody, if you've been involved in an accident, call an attorney, right? Whether you have ultimately a viable claim or not, it's always better to call an attorney and see what your options are and then be able to present that documentation that you were able to get at the scene, because once you leave, it's hard to go back and recreate the scene as it was. So it's very important to document everything as soon as you can.
Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, you mentioned insurance. What if the at-fault driver does not have insurance?
Yeah, so that's a unique topic, and it's one that we could spend a whole show on, but a few highlights are, you know, every driver in Alabama is required to have insurance. Unfortunately, we see it all the time where people are injured by someone who does not. So it's important that you have what's called uninsured motorist coverage on your own insurance policy. So that in the event that someone who does not have insurance hits you and injures you, you can make a claim on your own policy for that compensation. So it's vitally important. I always tell people I think it's the most important coverage that you can have on your policy. It's a safety net in case someone's not following the law and doesn't have insurance.
Exactly, yeah. Now, what about, you know, not everybody's on vacation, so what about a commercial vehicle if you're involved in an accident with a commercial vehicle?
Yeah, especially in that situation, call an attorney. And the reason why is there are special rules and regulations that truck drivers and trucking companies have to follow that regular everyday drivers do not, right? And so an attorney who is skilled in the truck accident arena can navigate those rules and regulations, because unfortunately those trucks are just massive, and we're seeing a lot more, you know, catastrophic injuries when people are involved with those big trucks, and you know, truck drivers have to follow certain rules, and so it's important to get an attorney involved as soon as you can, because we know those insurance companies are getting people involved, and so you need someone on your side to navigate those nuances.
Exactly. Now, does that apply to Mardi Gras float? No, we were talking about this earlier. It's Mardi Gras.
Certainly could.
A whole other topic, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. That specific situation.
That's right.
Craig, how can people find out more information and reach out if they do need your services?
We are very easy to find. We're on all of socials. You can go to our website at holliswright.com. You can give us a call in the office at 205-324-3600. Call us whenever. Any consultation is free, and we would love to talk with you.
Wonderful. Craig, great to see you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Certainly.